it's really easy. All you do is roll out your clay, you cut it out with your cookie cutters. What? With your cookie cutters. I'm so sorry. Hello! My name is Alyssa Fredzis, and today I wanted to do something really fun and festive in spirit of the holidays. I absolutely love Christmas. It is probably my all-time favorite holiday of the year for so many reasons, and I just wanted to do something that was really simple and easy that everyone could do, so hopefully this inspires you to do it with your family while we are still in quarantine. The recipe, again, is super simple. All you're going to need is some cornstarch and baking soda. So the most you're going to need is about a cup of each of these, or I think 3/4 of a cup for this, but at most a cup. And then you're going to need some string LED lights, or any kind of lights really. I just got the LED ones because they have wire in them, so they're really easy to like mold around. I got these at Target. You can get whatever color you want. I decided to go with the multicolor because honestly this is all they had left. But again, you could do whatever color lights you want. And then you're going to want to get some thin bendable wire like this, and then some twine. I got both of these at Joann's because they always have discounts, and they always come in bulk sizes for the most part, so if I have lots of other projects to do, I can definitely use these because there's a lot to go around. You're also going to need a cookie cutter. So I decided to go with this cute little snowflake because, again, I want it to be really festive and cute. Yeah, you could do whatever like size or shape that you want. It's gonna be your own garland, so make it you, make it great, and have fun with it. Some other extra things you're gonna need is a oven to bake your clay in, a pot to mix your ingredients, a mixing bowl, some foil or saran wrap to cover that bowl because we are going to set it aside to cool, and then you're going to need some wax paper to lay down on a counter when you're rolling out your clay and cutting out your shapes. So yeah, let's get to it, guys. Okay, so we have our setup here. The first thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 170 degrees. Now these are going to bake for 2 hours. I know that's a long time, but that's to prevent like air bubbles or cracks in your clay. You also can air dry them. They are air dry clay, but that's a little lengthy for me because that's going to be overnight, and I just kind of want to do this more quick. So I'm going to do it in the oven for 2 hours at 170 degrees. Now for your clay itself, you're going to want to get a pot just probably about this big, and then you're going to mix together 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch, a cup of baking soda, and then you're going to want to do another 3/4 of a cup of cool water. You're going to mix all those together in your pot, and then you're going to turn on your stove to high heat. You're going to keep stirring it and let it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, you're going to turn it down to medium heat, and then keep stirring until it gets this gummy, doughy kind of consistency, and I'll show you guys that in a second when I'm done. But after that's done, you're going to want to turn it off, and we'll move on to the next step. So I went ahead and just continued with cooking or baking, mixing all my stuff together. So this is kind of the consistency that it's at right now. I do suggest using a nonstick because that'll happen. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, so it's kind of like this gummy texture. I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside in my bowl so it can start cooling down, but this is essentially what you want it to look like, and it's not even like falling off the spoon right now. Okay guys, I made a little boo-boo and I accidentally deleted the video of me cutting out my snowflakes. I'm so sorry, but it's really simple and I really don't think I needed to show you anyway. It's just like when you're making cookies, you roll out your clay, you use your cookie cutter to cut out your shapes. I'm gonna fast forward to the part where I'm about to put it in the oven, so you'll see what my stars looked like after I cut them out. And yeah, I'm so excited, guys. They look so cute. Alright, so I just finished cutting out all of my snowflakes, and this is what it looks like. I'm honestly surprised that it made this many. I thought it was going to be a lot less because my cookie cutter was kind of big. But this is what they look like. I did dust them lightly with baking soda front and back so that it prevents them from cracking or getting air bubbles in them while they're baking. But yeah, this is what they look like. I'm gonna pop them into the oven. Again, it's at 170 degrees, and then they're gonna bake for 2 hours. So I'm gonna let my babies bake. Oh my gosh, look at my... Alright, y'all, we'll be back. Okay guys, so my snowflakes are out of the oven. I actually had to let them air dry overnight because the middles of them were a little like squishy, and I didn't want to put them back in the oven because I was scared that they might crack. So I let them air dry, and they actually came out really perfect. Like, look at these, they're so cute. Yeah, so we're gonna actually start putting our garland together. I'm super excited. I hope this turns out well. We're gonna start with the wire first because this is kind of like our foundation for the whole garland to keep it stable. And then we're gonna go back over everything with our twine. And then lastly, we're gonna add in our LED lights. I wrapped my first star here. I just wanted to leave a little extra so like when you hang your garland, you have something to like bolt it, you know, wherever. But this is kind of what I did. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. There's no like specific way to go about doing this. Just secure it however you feel it's the most secure, and just continue doing this for the rest of your stars. I have all of my wire around my stars. I kind of spaced them out. I didn't really like... Oh, that one's a lot shorter. Well, I didn't really space these out with like a ruler or anything. I just kind of eyeballed it. But honestly, it's not really going to be that big of a deal to me. So we're going to go in and add our twine around the whole thing again, just to add some more security to the garland. And then we're going to add our LED lights to top it all off. So as I was putting the twine around, I realized that I had a problem because the stars started to unravel from the wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just cut out some twine, and then I'm going to hot glue them to the back of each star to secure each one so it doesn't do that. Hopefully it works. I'm not sure yet. So I had to lay all of the garland onto my living room floor, and what I did is I just hot glued somewhere on the back of my snowflakes. This is the rest of them. I think I'm just gonna go straight to the lights because this has been slightly problematic, but I think it'll still come out cute. Hopefully nothing goes wrong with the LED lights, but I won't know until I do it. So I don't know how it worked out, but it did kind of perfectly. I went ahead and hung it up because I was so excited when I finished putting on the lights. It looks so good, you guys. This was slightly problematic, and I know I said it was going to be easy, but I think I just made it a lot harder than it needed to be. But it was definitely worth it because this is super cute and a nice addition to my house decorations that we have every year. And amazing. Okay, that was the end of my video. It was long, it was not that easy, and it was slightly problematic. But hey, I'm not perfect, so I did what I could, and I think it turned out really well despite the little bumps in the road that I had. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you have a happy holiday. I hope you do something fun and new, and that you get to spend time with your loved ones. And let's close this year out with a bang because we all know it's been a little bit crazy. I love you all, and good night.